welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, my name is Vanessa Buyai, and yes, karibuni sana. For the oldies, thank you for always tuning back to my YouTube channel. And guys, if you've not subscribed, kindly do click on the subscription bar, and don't forget to also click on the notification bar so that anytime I post a video, you are notified. And yeah, thank you in advance. So guys, today, I want us to talk about the topic intimate partner violence and how it affects the mental health of an individual. As we all know, or as most of us know, or few of us, depends. We are in the 16 days of activism. We are in the period of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, and it starts on the 24th of November to 10th of December. And yeah, so the reason why I decided let us tackle the topic intimate partner violence, it's because most of the time in our community or in our society, most of the individuals who are in the intimate relationships, they face different types of violence, but most of the time, most of us disregard it because we do not know how hazardous this intimate partner violence in our communities has towards the people who are directly affected by it. And some forms of the intimate partner violence, or before I can say the forms or the types of intimate partner violence, I'll just let us know what intimate partner violence is. Intimate partner violence, or in short form IPV, is a form of behavior that is projected in mostly in intimate relationships by the individuals who are in it, in either physical, psychological, or sexual harm to one party or to both parties. And for example, or the types, or not really example, but the types of intimate partner violence that we have in our societies are the examples of the physical aggression, and I think that is the most rampant one, the one where the hitting, the kicking, the stabbing, the those. And we also have the emotional abuse. Here is where manipulation comes in, gaslighting, name them. We also have coercion and control. So those are the forms or the types of intimate partner violence, or the IPV, that we have in our community. And somebody might be asking themselves, then, what are the factors that then predispose or make an individual fall victim stroke survivor of intimate partner violence? One of the things that predispose an individual to IPV is the society that an individual comes from. Some of the societies in our African setup, they always categorize women and children together. And the reason why I'm talking about women, it's because most of the time the people who face intimate partner violence are women in our community. I have not said that men also don't face that. Men also face intimate partner violence, but the high percentage of individuals who face intimate partner violence is the women. So when women and children are categorized together, you'll find that there's that issue of superiority, power imbalance. And when the power imbalance occurs, it also leads to intimate partner violence. And in those societies, you'll find that when a woman makes mistakes, they are supposed to be beaten like children. Beating has been categorized, or has been put as a form of a man expressing his masculinity, which is toxic, which is a violence. But due to the ignorance, due to the cultures and the norms, most people don't know that. So, but some people know that, but they just portray that. And most of the people who do this are the people who have the narcissistic traits within them. They hurt an individual, and then knowingly, and then they come back the time when maybe the person wants to leave the relationship. They try to pamper and pretend that they have changed, it will not happen again, etc, blah 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 blah. So there are some people who practice intimate partner violence without knowing, but there are those who practice it with full knowledge that what they are doing is wrong. So yeah, that is, I've talked about two points which are somehow related: the society and power imbalance. Another thing that might predispose one to facing intimate partner violence is low esteem. You'll find that if an individual enters into a relationship and they have not worked on their self-esteem, the chances of them being manipulated, and that falls under the emotional abuse, them being manipulated by their partners, are very high. And then another thing is the issue of dependence. You see, it's now that we're still working on the issue of girl empowerment, cultural empowerment, empowerment of the girl child. Those campaigns are still going on and we've not yet reached there. So you find that in the past, most women, they were bred in the community where you're supposed to be fully dependent on your husband financially. And you find that the more we're continuing to live, the cost of living is continuing to rise, and sometimes this dependency thing is somehow frustrating because maybe the breadwinner is really straining. So you'll find that it will start maybe by little projections. If not projections, it will just bring about rise of conflicts and thus leading to intimate partner violence. Another thing is the issue of again to do with a narcissistic or a toxic partner. You find that they might lure you to leave your job so that you can be fully dependent on them, and when that occurs, you'll find that with time they have full control over you. They emotionally abuse you, physically abuse you, and they know very well that you will not run anywhere, or you will seek help lower, or you will not be able to leave the trap that they have put you in because you are fully dependent on them, you know. And yeah, so another thing is substance abuse. When somebody is under the use of a substance, you find that there are a rise of chances of them being violent towards their partner. So, and that has also been found out in research that substance abuse can escalate the risk of IPV occurring. And lastly, the issue to do with ignorance. You know, most of us, we really don't dig deep into finding out about most of these issues. What is IPV? How can I protect myself from IPV? Signs of IPV. What can I do in case my partner does this and that? You see, the time when somebody is just falling in love, you fall in love fully blinded, not looking at what if this and this happens, what will I do? We always don't have the plan B in case things go sour in the relationship, and that's why you find that most people, because of that lack of plan B, and they just stay there, you know. And then, how can we prevent IPV from occurring? We can prevent IPV from occurring by educating and creating education and creating awareness in our communities. If we educate individuals in our communities what IPV is, how to prevent yourself from IPV, signs of IPV occurring, what is a healthy relationship, because most people really do not know what a healthy relationship is, and that has led to most people in the community embracing the toxic relationship. Another thing is consent. The issue of consent has not been expounded fully in within our communities, and thus you find that even in relationships, somebody doesn't know that they have a right to give consent to their partners to do certain things, especially when it comes to sexual related matters. And the second thing is empowerment program. As I had said earlier, dependency. Most of the women are the ones who are dependent to their partners when it comes to relationship. So when we, as a community, as a government, as a society, come up with empowerment programs to give these women skills so that they can be empowered, and with that skill they can be able to gain a source of income. We will be able to break the monotony of, because I'm dependent on you, you just do whatever you're doing to me. We will be able to, you will have empowered that woman so that in case these things occur, they can live because they know that they can, or they, with time they will be able to sustain themselves. Another thing is promotion of gender equity. As I had said earlier, most communities categorize children and women together. It's high time, I think, the gatekeepers of our community, who are mostly men, understand that we have to work hand in hand together. They have to give us the same respect we give them. There's that thing a man can do that a woman cannot do, and there's that thing a woman can do that a man cannot do. So we really need to have a symbiotic relationship, and that is something that we need to embrace in our communities: gender equity. Another thing is creation of community support systems. Communities should have places where are somehow safe spaces for victims, stroke survivors. In case somebody faces these issues, they can go there and seek help or seek support. Aside from that, we need to have counseling in our communities so that these victims, stroke survivors can get the help they need. And lastly, the media influence. We are in the technological world, and like nearly everything is going technology. So the media streams, both the mainstreams and the other social media apps, they really need to encourage or promote things that are for health, that are supporting healthy relationships, and they need to have a restrictions to things that are promoting toxicity in relationships. And yeah, guys, I know I had forgotten earlier on to say some of the things that an individual might face when they are in an intimate partner, when they are facing intimate partner violence. Some of the things that some of the mental illnesses that one might face is anxiety. I have talked about anxiety in my previous videos. You can just search and understand what anxiety is. They might also develop depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and aside from that, an individual's self-esteem might be affected, and they will start developing low self-esteem towards against themselves, and also the feelings of unworthiness. Yeah, guys, so we can protect this. And in case you know somebody who is facing intimate partner violence, you can share with them contacts EG 1199 for the Kenyan Red Cross, or they can just search online, because right now we have most people in the social media platforms who are promoting mental health, who will be ready and willing to listen to you. And even you as an individual, you can also create a support group in your community where people can be coming and learning more about intimate partner violence and how they can prevent it. And also just create a small support group for the women or the men in your community, so that they can find a safe space where they can be communicating about these issues. That's all that I had for you guys today. I know you've enjoyed the video, and if you have something to add, you can put it in the comment section. Thank you guys. Till next time. Bye bye.